if you like to enjoy as much as I do, you will work that extra hour on Wednesday night so that you can go for a physical concert on Saturday. Hello, my name is Princess Wilson and I'm a content writer here at Bob Africa. Okay, so what I do at the Bob Africa, I am a content writer, as I said earlier, and that generally involves, my typical day involves writing mostly. So writing both long form articles like blog posts and press releases, as well as short form copies for ads, and maybe updating our website and just making sure everything is right in terms of marketing, communication, working for Bob Africa. So I did not always know that I was going to work in technology. I started off my life thinking I was going to be a doctor, but then I ended up studying botany at the University of Ibadan. And then I started my career in commerce and branding, which I did for about 3 years. And now I just transitioned to product management. So I definitely did not know. But because I have always been a fan of technology, of seeing the way things are created by just a couple of lines of code, of seeing people build things from the comfort of their homes and it works and it makes a difference in society, I guess I just kind of always knew that I would find myself at this point. Just wasn't really sure. Yeah, it's been very interesting, right? I think it's important for more women to join the tech industry because, again, technology is the driving force of our society. Technology plays a huge role in everything we do, and I believe that for our society to push forward, for our country, for the world, to be honest, to push forward, one half of it cannot be left behind. An entire gender cannot be left behind. So everybody needs to come together to create things that would change the world, to create things that would, be impactful enough to solve a lot of our pressing challenges. And technology is literally the way to do that. So the advice I would give to women entering the tech field, and something I wish I had known, is to ask questions. You need to speak to people who are doing it. You need to speak to people who have been there. You need to speak to people who could give you advice, solid advice as to how to start, as to what the career, what the industry looks like. So you'll be able to weigh your pros and cons. You'll be able to map out your career path. And that thing I wish I knew earlier, and I really recommend for a lot of people to do, is research. As much as it's important to speak to people, you want to do as much research as possible. You want to watch YouTube videos, visit blogs, read ebooks, as much research as it will take for you to have a clear idea as to what you need to do to get to where you want to get to. Finally, being part of a community. Extremely important. There are lots of communities out there. There are lots of communities encouraging both women and men to get into technology. Communities are important because you get to meet people who are probably at the same level that you are at, or even people ahead of. So you'd be able to share your feelings, share your fears, share your success stories without feeling like you're doing so much or you do not belong. So those are the things. Yes. So how do I balance work and life? So I do not have that unlocked, but I promise I am trying. What I would say is to be as organized as you can during the week so you can have your weekend to yourself, right? So one thing I recently learned to do is to stop saying this is what I have to do for this week, is to start cutting my tasks into tiny bits and say, these are the things I need to achieve on Monday so that I can Saturday. So if you were to plan it out like that, don't get me wrong, there'll be impromptu tasks. Your line manager will probably hit you up on a Wednesday and say you need something that is not part of it. And that might just involve you working extra hours. But if you like to enjoy as much as I do, you will work that extra hour on Wednesday night so that you can go for a physical concert on Saturday night. So that is the strategy. I think a lot is being done to help women go into tech. I think there are so many amazing organizations that are really dwelling on the idea of women coming into technology. But I think there's so much that could still be done. For example, here at the Bob Africa, we like to run sometimes targeted applications for just women for our fellowship program. We have a women in tech community called Tech, where we just encourage women and help them by giving them resources to just educative guides, running webinars, just to make sure everybody okay and everybody has a clear idea of what you're doing for their career, right? But I think so much more could still be done, especially at the grassroots level. A lot of young girls in secondary schools and primary schools, they do not know what they've never heard of digital marketing. they don't know anything called .NET, right? So, but if we're able to educate them, we're able to get them to take computer science even at a very basic level in like primary 3, primary 4. By the time they're in like SS1, they would kind of have a firm idea of what they want to do. This is not to say everybody has to go into technology, but I believe that every person, every girl should know that is an option. They should have it as something they could do. So I believe that the government, non-governmental organizations, NGOs can partner with boot camps, fellowships like ours, to make sure that we're able to reach everybody, both those at the grassroots level, those that are in universities, just to make sure that, you know, every woman knows that they have a chance and they know that this even exists as an option. So in my experience, I haven't had a lot of mental challenges as a woman in tech. I would say primarily the only thing I've had to deal with is imposter syndrome. And I've come to accept it as one of those things that would definitely happen, especially when you're trying out something or when you're working on a very big project. It's just one of those things. And you just take it in as your mind just playing tricks on you. But do not take it in as do not take it into and allow it to affect your life, right? So far so good. I've been lucky, I've been fortunate, I've been in a great organization, the Bob Africa, and I have never been discriminated against because I'm a woman. So but it has never been a thing of, oh, you're a woman, so we're going to treat you this way. So I just think if you're going through any imposter syndrome right now, it's normal. It's also an indication that you're doing something great. It's an indication that you're stepping outside of your box, which is usually a good thing. Okay, so that is me. I would say it's been very interesting so far, going from thinking I would be a doctor to botany to branding and comms for about 2 to 3 years, and now starting a new career in product management. I want to use this opportunity to kind of encourage anybody who is watching this and who thinks they are not good enough, or who is very anxious to go into tech or to start a new career in technology, or to even transition into something wild in technology. I think you should go ahead. I think you should do it. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's going to be an easy journey. It is still not easy, but I think that anything that is worth doing well. I think you're going to have a good time. I think you're going to meet a lot of fascinating people in your journey. And so if you want a place to just hang out, you want a place to learn something new, if you want a place to feel like home, a place where you could share your fears, your anxieties, your success stories as well, you could join. I encourage you to join our Tech Girl community. It is a community for women in tech, for women like you. And yeah, we're really pushing it out there and letting women everywhere, that they can actually be anything they want to be. And we're encouraging more women to get into tech. So yeah, join us. Thank you.